What up, internet land? This MD, MDizzle 18700. Now, today I'm a spit a little knowledge about, or at least my opinion on what I think about the whole Illuminati and the hip hop thing. For the past few years now, that's been a big discussion. With all the conspiracy theories on the internet and the symbolism tying into the music that we love. I hope you love hip hop if you're watching my videos. Like how does that intertwine? Does the Illuminati really control everything? I'm just gonna get into a little bit of that. Now I'm gonna start off with, like when everyone thinks of the Illuminati in hip hop, we think of Jay-Z. People, come out talking about, the throwing up the diamond is really like some like all CNI shit. You watch the videos on YouTube, they try to break it down, give little things. Now, first off, I'm gonna let y'all know that like some of it is bullshit and some of it I see some truth in it. Now this is all just my opinion. I don't have I don't have the Book of Life right next to me. I don't have, Warren Buffett or fucking Bill Gates right here telling me the secrets and shit. But I'm gonna just tell y'all about, the shit that I've researched. Like I was really into that conspiracy stuff a while back. I used to, stay up late, watch all the YouTube videos. I would find myself caught up in that side of YouTube. But basically what I think is, now you have to understand certain things. Like one, like Freemasons and the Illuminati are two different things. That's first of all. Freemason, like anybody with a good job can become a Freemason. If y'all didn't know, if y'all get out enough, y'all peep that they have Freemason lodges everywhere. They get a lot of police officers are into that shit. They'll look the other way if you speeding and shit. If you got that sticker and they little symbols and stuff, that shit is real. There are Freemasons. That's not a secret society. It's a known society. It's out there. It's like like a fucking like a club kind of, but on a national scale. The Illuminati is supposedly like an age-old, like a hundreds of year old group, and this has been parodied in so much different media, video games and stuff. It might have started off with the Freemasons or whatever, or stonemasons, and it's like a bunch of rich people, 13 like people with the purest bloodlines who are the richest people in the world, like the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and stuff, and they supposedly control what goes on in the world, in the media, and with the money, like on some shit that they're like, they're behind the government, but they're much more powerful with their influence. That's what the Illuminati supposedly is. Now, to an extent, this shit is real. I do believe that there are a bunch of rich motherfuckers out there that do have more say than they should. You know what I'm saying? They have more power than they should. I believe in that. They have shown where these people are having meetings and stuff. I wouldn't doubt that. That there's financial planning going on and shit like that. And even to the extent where, executives come together and say, shoot new ideas, but are they really like saying, how can we keep people down and how can we, control people's minds? Maybe. I don't know. That's where it gets sketchy. That's where you gotta, try to learn to decipher between reality and fiction. Now, of course, I'm not sure if these people are that evil where they do things, specifically for the detriment of others, but I think it's more for their own gain regardless of, others' problems. It's like, I'm gonna get rich however I want to. It's not saying I'm gonna kill you because I want to kill you. It's, I'm gonna live the best I can, and if you die as a result of that, that's your problem. That, I believe in that. Now, hip-hop. Let's get into the hip-hop aspect of this. Now, you see the symbolism, you see the, Freemason signs and little, shit in the videos now. Now, a lot of that, y'all gotta understand, is trendy. Like, Jay-Z and them, when they hear the accusations of them being, down with the devil and shit, they're gonna put that in the video to antagonize you. Rick Ross and Jay-Z made a song called Freemason after that shit, after everybody was talking about that shit. That's a shot at the motherfuckers who say shit like that. There's some fake shit on the internet too. Like if you like there was a big video about if you listen to that Lucifer song by Jay-Z. If you play it backwards, he say 666 murder Jesus or something. Yo, if you actually play that shit backwards, he doesn't say that shit. Now, as far as the Illuminati goes, now if the Illuminati is real, then I don't believe that any rapper is a big part of it. Would they be a tool? Yeah. Would they be controlled by it? Yeah, but they wouldn't have any say so. They wouldn't be like, you know what I'm saying? Like if Jay-Z's Illuminati, he's a puppet. You know what I'm saying? He's doing what somebody else is saying. Now, do I believe these rappers do crazy shit that we don't know about? Yeah. Do I think that Puffy and them be going to these wild fucking orgies and shit and like just shit that we couldn't dream of, sniffing coke off tits and all that? Yeah, most likely. They probably do. But do I believe that they're worshiping the devil? Do I believe that they're, trying to raise Satan and shit? See, I won't go that far. You know what I'm saying? I hear stories about people in the music industry. They have to, say that they're selling their soul or giving their soul to the devil just to make it big. I don't know about all that. I don't know if they're doing these rituals and shit. But here's what I do believe. I don't know if there's an Illuminati, but I do believe that there are higher ups that, control shit, more so than the average person would know. I know that hip hop, is a part of the media, and the media as a whole is controlled by these people because, yeah, they want us distracted. They want us, distracted from important shit. They want to keep us dumbed down to a certain extent, and they want to, they're going to do what sells to the youth. And that's going to, first of all, it's like marketing, you market to the youth first because they're the ones that are out there. They're the ones that's watching the most TV, buying the records. So you're going to market to the youth. And we look at that like they're marketing it to dumb, stupid people because, the average 13-year-old is going to be pretty dumb compared to an adult. So to us adults, it's going to sound stupid. But I think it's more because they just want to sell, they just want to make money. I don't think that, I doubt a black person will be allowed in the Illuminati. Like Kendrick Lamar said, who said a black man in the Illuminati, last I checked, that was the biggest racist party. You know what I'm saying? Like all this shit has specific bloodlines and shit. So if you have to be of pure blood to the point where these people are fucking their cousins to stay into the royal family, and they really do shit like that in England, where they, fuck family members to keep their family pure. Now, if they're willing to do that much, why would they let, a black person join? Come on, I don't believe that. But I do think that, and I wouldn't call this Illuminati activity, but I do think there's some rappers, especially I think in the newer age as hip hop has gone more and more commercial, I think there's more rappers that have had to do fucked up, even gay shit just to get in. Even Lupe Fiasco put that out there on his mixtape. He said your manager might suggest you fuck a dude to become famous. So what? That shit is crazy, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? There could be some initiations and shit because a lot of that secret society shit, that shit is real. A lot of that, people, having these weird, creepy gay rituals, jerking off in the coffins with the Skull and Bones Society and shit. A lot of that shit is true. You know what I'm saying? It's just you gotta know how true it is. So the end result is I don't believe that they trying to raise the devil. I don't think Jay-Z and them worship the devil, but I do think that they take, they get the influence they have on us or, on the average person, these trends that they supposedly set. I believe that is dictated more by, record execs and higher ups who are being controlled by these, big, Illuminati so-called people. You know what I'm saying? I believe in that shit to an extent. But when you come to me telling me that Jay-Z... Now, if Jay-Z was putting out some message for the devil, Jay-Z probably wouldn't even know it. If Chris Brown was making a song to praise Satan, and yes, I read that shit recently too, he probably wouldn't even know it. They would probably give him a song, tell him sing this shit, and he wouldn't even know he's praising Satan when he was. You know what I'm saying? They would be kept in the dark for that much. Or else, because if they wasn't, wouldn't you think there'd be more fucking people coming out with this shit? Don't you think eventually some celebrities who are down on their luck will come out and say, like, yeah, this shit is real. I was in, they made me do this. I was in a bunch of bisexual orgies. I was in the Satan, like, when they was trying to, doing fucking pentagrams and shit on the floor, like, trying to raise demons and drink blood and shit. I was a part of this. You don't hear nobody coming out with that shit. I don't think it would be kept secret for this long if it was real. So, as far as that whole Illuminati in the music, like I said, I believe, popular music is controlled by higher ups, and the higher ups are controlled by money, and money is controlled by fucked up people. And if you call that the Illuminati, then yeah, the Illuminati is real. But as far as hip hop, I'm gonna just say, stay away from commercialized garbage, period. Whether you think that shit is Illuminati or not, whether you think Jay-Z and Kanye West are fucking the devil, or you think Rihanna, her pussy is cursed by Satan. No matter what you think, stay away from garbage and support real hip-hop, whether it be motherfuckers that are mainstream, that you think are ill, or people on the come up, whether it be like whoever, you know what I'm saying? Just support what's real. Like, listen to good music, basically. And don't worry about all that conspiracy shit, because if the world's about to end, you ain't gonna do shit about it. You know what I'm saying? If you're interested in it like I was, and you want to do your little research and go and, look that shit up, by all means. But don't feed your life into it. Don't become paranoid over it. You know what I'm saying? Just live your life. And if you want to do something about it, then do something about it. Don't be a fucking couch potato revolutionary and shit like everybody else typing on the message boards. If you really think that these motherfuckers are oppressing you, which they are, then, and if you really feel strongly about it, go organize a rally, do something. Make your own website and stop posting comments on somebody else's. Stop, you stop bitching about the man when you on a website owned by Viacom and your favorite rapper is signed to Sony. You know what I'm saying? Like do something about it. I'm MD. I'm MDizzle18700. Like the Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Show me love, and I'll show y'all good videos. Make suggestions. I'm always down to listen to your opinions on what I should do next, because without y'all, I wouldn't be here on YouTube doing my thing. So thanks for that. I'm out, y'all. Peace.